Good evening. First, I would like to thank the committee for raising their concerns to the MUFC tournament project teams. Indeed, we have encountered some difficulties during the project's progress, and now we face some uncertainties regarding the timelines to cope with these issues. We have designed a risk management plan and propose a potential change for the project. In the presentation, I will introduce them to you. First, let's look at the risk management. Based on your email, we have identified the following risks currently facing the project. There are time overruns, grants not reserved, accommodations not finalized, in the dam close sponsorships, and lag in volunteers. To better analyze this identified risk, we then categorize the risk into the internal and external. Internal risks are those that can be controlled by the project managers. And in this tournament projects, they include time overrun, ground reservations, and hotel reservations. External risks are those that are least controllable by the project management teams, and they include the inadvertent close sponsorships and the lack in volunteers. Note that the sentence mentions that can be taken to reduce the external risk, but they can never be fully managed unless the tournament abandons the use of sponsorships or volunteers. These 5 risks are ranked using the two-core risk matrix, which assign a score to each risk for its likelihood and consequence. Based on our professional judgment, we regard the time overrun risk the most concerning one, while the volunteers issue and accommodations issue the least concerning. To manage this risk, we develop response for each of the risks. Note that in practice, we will focus on managing the internal risks, as the external risks are largely dependent on uncontrollable external conditions. As such, we will permanently add additional workforce to the project's process, outsource sentence text, and accelerate the decision making regarding grants and accommodations. Now let's look at the potential major change needed to achieve the project's objectives. The proposed change is to hire more project workers for this tournament. Currently, the project team only consists of 4 members, who are trained by heavy and tedious tasks regarding the tournament, scheduling, and communications with the potential participating teams. Therefore, the teams is already fully engaged, and there is little energy that could be invested in other tasks, such as the ground reservation and solicitation of sponsorships. Thus, more teams members are urgently need to make sure the tournament's presentations goes smoothly. We propose that 4 more members would be enough for completing the remaining tasks. This change is likely to have the following impact. First is a project to increase the budget by 9,000. This is calculated by the assuming each additional worker will cost 300 per day, and they will work 5 days each week in the following 6 weeks. Second, this change will ensure the project's timeline is not missing. In other words, ensure the tournament will kick off time to 6 weeks. The third impact is that these workers need additional working equipment and miscellaneous. Hence, overall, this change is a trend of between budget and times. If this 72,000 additional bargain acceptable, then we can mitigate the potential times overrun. However, please consider the carefully as the tournament was originally planned to generate a profit of around $30,000 to $50,000 only. To implement this change, we need the Commission's permissions regarding the news hiring. If you approve this change, please sign the following request log. We believe this risk response and change would enable us to prepare an outstanding and financially viable tournaments in this summer. Please keep faith in us. Thank you for watching.